Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my budget reviews, I picked the Hemlock and Oak 2023 daily planner for my budget planner for this year. I'm absolutely in love with this thing. He's a heavy-duty little planner, and I mean, this thing holds a lot, and it does actually help motivate me to keep up with my budget. So if you want to see a general flip through of what this guy looked like brand new, feel free to check out my earlier video, which I'll put a card up there for you to watch. But other than that, we're just gonna get right on into this, guys. I got some more yard work outside, and I'm pretty sure you want to enjoy the nice weather as well. So what they do is they give you a 2 years at a glance page. I use this for my projected payoff dates, which, I mean, it's wonderful to keep looking at this and see that by next year, this is all going to be away. It's going to be gone. So, I mean, that's promising. That's like wonderful to open this up to, and that's the first thing that I see. To get there though, I do need to take care of this Discover card. Um, it is kicking my butt. It's, a little bit more extensive than what I hoped it to be, but we are still making progress, so, I mean, that's all that you could really hope for on a debt payoff journey. So, like I said, these were my projected payoffs. I went ahead and did like a visual payoff for myself as well. Basically, I just took each account, I chose a different color for it, and I just highlighted off the weeks that I was working on paying it off. I'm not quite sure why I got the hiccups right now, guys. I apologize. But, yeah, so like I had the Walmart in the blue, of course Kohl's was in the green, Best Buy was a sneaky, but he got in there and got paid off well ahead of time. Capital One took a little bit longer than expected, but we got that taken care of. Gazelle got paid off, and of course City, and we are on Big Bad Boy Discover. So, I also added a detritus chart for Discover itself. Um, this is helping motivate me because in one way I feel like I'm not paying enough, I'm not doing anything to make this go down, but then at the same time, whenever I go on and I get to, do the little blocks, it's like, okay, we are making some progress, and any progress is better than no progress. So that's how I'm keeping myself motivated, by paying this thing off here. Hemlock and Oak then gives you a year at a glance, a year dashboard. Again, this is something that is new to my budget planning. I've never had one of these in my previous budget planners, but I mean, I'm really liking this page as well. I started off by doing all of my paydays, those are in green. And of course, the red's the focus account. If I get it paid off, I'll mark it down on the little calendar here and check it off. But seeing that we're on Discover, it's going to take a couple months, pretty much to the end of the year, so we're not going to be checking any more off here anytime soon, unless I win the lottery. But you gotta play to win, so not really too often. Don't see that happening either. Holidays are purple. Birthdays are blue. Taxes, I made this pretty green. They're once a year. What else do I got? The vehicle expenses. Breeding inspection and trying to say expenses. I put those in orange. Oh yeah, and then the large sums of money in and out, those would be the yellow. Also keeping track of my credit score. It's not so great. But as we can see, I've made steady progress on getting this thing going. I did have a card inquiry for this month, so it did make it drop a little bit. But, we just popped back up to where we're supposed to be. And again, we're continuing to help make that a little bit more healthier as well. Okay, and then they give you a holidays page, which, it's a budget planner, so I mean, I don't really, really need that. So, we just kind of covered it with Detrist here. And so this is my general all over Detrist. And, I mean, pretty much I started off by taking all my balances at the beginning of the year. I listed them in the order that I wanted these things paid off in. For the most part, it's a snowball method. It was just Best Buy, City, and Discover were 0% offers. So they do kind of have, that due date, or you got to pay the interest on it. So I'm trying to get these things taken care of before it gets any worse. And then at the end of each month, I total up how much I paid towards my debts, write it down here, and figure out how many blocks I get to color in. Which, by next week, I should be able to do that because I don't really see me paying anything on the last day. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll get to see Detrist next week. Maybe it's going to be the following one. But I am kind of curious to see how much I did pay towards these things. Paying off debt, guys. In one way, it's rewarding because you do know it's going down, which is nice. And at the same time, you kind of get to see all this money that it's like you could have had. So, trying to stay positive in our debt payoff journey here. And I mean, we can only do what we can do, right? Nobody has magical money. So, I'm gonna take you to the monthly layout now. It's pretty self-explanatory, at least to me. I just took off, took off. I want to take off work. That's really where that's coming from. I took all of my bill paydays and just marked them on the calendar wherever they go so that they get paid on time. Those are all in blue. Anything that's additional or optional, I have highlighted in red. So that would be like my daily savings, which is $5 a day. I just do it in 2 simple installments now on my paydays. But since we got 31 days, that's times 5, so that gave me $155. So I have a $75 payment, which I already made, and an $80 payment installment, whatever you want to call it. That's for next payday. So that would give me the $155 into my my yearly savings goal. Strangely enough, that gives you $1,800 at the end of the year. It's to me, this is the quickest way of saving money, and it doesn't really break the bank. Of course, I have my no cards challenge. At the beginning of the year, at the very beginning of this whole thing, this was wonderful. I made it the whole way through January and February without using a credit card once. Almost made it the whole way through March. I feel like it was the end of the month. Yes, very end of the month. But then again, we had taxes. So I didn't really game plan that. Plus, I was making too large of extra payments. So it kind of just had the perfect storm. We've been slowly bouncing back from that. But I mean, we're getting better. We're getting a lot better. I pretty much had a whole week without using cards. Of course, we're going to see later on that I did use them over the weekend. Okay, so then I have my tanning. So this is the summer tanning package. I just got one more payment of that for August, and then that's paid off. I went ahead and paid off VS at the beginning of this month, and of course I do keep track of the extra payments for my Target card, which is Discover for this month, and like I said, basically for the rest of the year. So that's what you get for the monthly in the Hemlock and Oak Daily. And let's get to the daily pages. Just cruising right along, guys. So when I left Jens, it was Sunday. We were doing really good here. I basically went on a shopping trip with my dad. That would have been this Saturday. And I mean, he literally goes everywhere. He goes to Dollar Tree, he goes to Dollar General, and then of course we went to McDonald's. He had to go to Martin's for gas. Then we had to go to Giant Eagle. Then we had to go to Walmart. Then we had Bath and Body. And for the most part, from what you can see, is that yes, I'm the one who bought lunch. Um, I did have to pick up Burt Nummies, and of course I paid, or yeah, played the Powerball. It was like 800 million. Okay, so yeah, I gave it $4. Okay, but I mean, other than that, going to all these stores and me not buying anything, that's pretty impressive. That used to be my weak spot, but I mean, like I said, we're getting better. We're learning from past mistakes, and we're growing to be more financially responsive. So yeah, that's the no spend. Yes, I did try the Powerball one more time, but I just told myself no. We're done. Of course, I had to pick up the morals. But I did make my extra payment to Discover. Yeah, I had zero for groceries. I did go to Giant Eagle with my son later on that day, and I just decided I'm just gonna use the stuff I got in the house. So finally, didn't have to spend anything on groceries. So that leads us into Monday. The weather just got hotter. It's more humid outside, and for some reason that makes me hungry. I'm pretty sure most people are like, it's too hot, I can't eat, and for some reason it just sucks all the nutrition out of my body, and I'm like, I need food. So, I did go to McDonald's while I was at work, but I tried to make sure that it was as low as possible, so it was only 233 for that. Let's see here. Yeah, we had another extra Discover payment. I used Ray's cleaning funds, which now that I'm looking at that, I'm hoping that I marked the block. Yes, yeah. So there's, see, he's a bonus. So that's Ray's cleaning funds right there. I love it. Okay, so of course we get into Tuesday and it's like, oh my god, I'm seriously so hungry. Like I could not stop eating on Tuesday. I don't know what it was, but like yesterday, Monday, it sucked enough. Basically killed the mood for Tuesday. It was just a bad, just a bad low day, just emotional decline on Tuesday. Summer shifts are definitely getting to me right now. Definitely ready for the fall. But I mean, all I wanted to do was eat. So I mean, this is stress eating because I just wanted to eat and eat and eat and eat. I did get a free coffee from Starbucks. I got another small McDonald's order again, so that was 233. And of course, I used my free pizza from Domino's, so Ray just had to pay for his. And that sneaky Microsoft thing, which I always forget about, but that came out on Tuesday as well. So, I mean, for as much as I ate, I'm gonna have to say 233, not that bad. This is why I eat out versus going to the store to buy food. It is just drastically cheaper for me. Wednesday, this is when I realized it was like, okay, I've used a card, but I've been paying it off instantly, which granted, if you're only doing $2.33, it's a lot easier to just transfer the money over and pay it. But yeah, no, it kind of got me going because it's like, dude, you're on a roll. So basically, what my thought is every time I'm making one of these purchases, I'm thinking of it as being like my actual bank card, because I am trying to get like the points off of the credit card at the same time, but I'm also trying to pay this thing immediately once I do use it. But yeah, this thinking that you're using your bank card instead of the credit card, it does. Excuse me. Like I said, it's really humid over here, and I was just cutting grass and stuff, so throat is very scratchy. But no, the whole debit card thing is working. So I'm still debating on if the points on the card are actually worth it in the end. We're getting back into that wobbly stage with that. But to me, right now, I do like how I'm using this, so I think we're going to continue with it. With it. I'm telling you guys, heat stroke. So, that gets me to Thursday, which I mean, this was the perfect way to end this week. Work just basically sucked this week, okay? Like, it was just altogether bad. This was just a bad week. Alright, we don't want a week like this ever again. But no, we have a yearly meeting. Basically, they bring in all the chemicals and all the new toys and stuff, and they try to sell them to you, which I think it's hilarious because we're not the ones who are buying it. It's our supervisor who buys it, but he doesn't try to sell it to him. It's weird. I don't know. But yeah, the company got a new employee because the older gentleman, he retired, so they replaced him. And stating that this man is something else is the nicest way that I could put it and make it YouTube appropriate. So, basically, we sat through 8 hours of being told of how stupid we are. And for some reason, he seemed to select me. We were stupid in general as an entire population, but apparently I'm the dumbest one, probably because I'm the one that kept trying to rationalize with him, but there was no rationalizing with this. Yeah, so fortunately, our supervisor is changing companies. So I'm really excited to learn about all these new products. So, yeah, it took everything in me not to say not nice things during this. I just basically kept telling them that I'm very, 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 very angry right now. That was the only response I could get. And after that, because my son works with me too, my son is Ray, so after we dealt with that, we both decided that it was a Dairy Queen night. uh, One, it's the flamethrower, it's a lot of meat. We just really needed to stress eat like there was no tomorrow, and of course you get the ice cream and stuff with it too. So I mean, I used the deals in the app. So I mean, for me and him both to get full size flamethrowers, the onion rings, of course your ice cream. Me and him both ate for $15. That's not bad. That is not bad. So we started seeing the light at the end of the tunnel at the end of the day. So that's good, just trying to get into that good mood, heading on into the weekend. So, of course, we have Fridays off because we got those extended shifts Monday through Thursday. And, yeah, it was just mainly this was just a day of where it's like, okay, let's just get out of the house, let's go look at things, let's try to forget that work even exists. And so normally we don't get too many of these shopping trips. He normally stays home, plays on his, video games, that type of thing. So it's really rare for him to want to go out to the stores. But like I said, I did kind of talk him into it because it was like, dude, like we got to see other people out in the, universe because I mean, this guy was really difficult to get out of your mind. It seriously made you want to punch something. So, we did. And, I mean, we went and got Bill. Bill had to sit through the meeting too. Um, but, um, yeah, we basically took Bill to Bath and Body, got some candles. They smelled good. Had to go to Sheets. Of course, Giant Eagle for groceries. I was so out of it that I forgot my wallet in the car, so I did have to reimburse Ray. But I did want to pay this one off. This would have gave me another new cards day. But I started looking on this here, seeing what's coming up. And it's like, yeah, you better wait, because this is the pound down week. Okay, so it's bad enough that we had like a pound down day. Now we're about to get a pound down week in the budget. So let's not make it any worse than what it needs to be. So, Friday helped us blow off some steam there. Saturday, we're waking up in a better mood, and he wanted to go back to Dunham's, which is new in our area. It's kind of nice because I'm basically talking about the one, the hunting and sporting section, but it's kind of like a Bath and Body Works for men. So like I get to go to Bath and Body Works and smell all the fancy candles and stuff. Ray gets to go to Dunham's and look at his man stuff. So that's what I told him. I was like, okay, look, we're gonna go back out. We're gonna go look at things, get out of the house. And I mean, this day could be super dangerous, but I think we did quite well again. So of course I had to stop at Sheetz, had to get gas for the car, which sucks. Again, I'm still not used to paying for that. I was using the Giant Eagle fuel perks, but I had to switch over to the new program, which is not as good as the new program. So this is still a new thing to me here, but I mean, you had to get it in the car if you're gonna be driving back and forth, right? So did that. Went to Dollar General because they do have that $5 when you spend 25 off. So I mean, I'm gonna need laundry detergent and stuff. So went ahead and went there. So I said, okay, Dollar General's a place where I wanted to go. Where do you want to go? So he had to go to Dragon's Den because he needed some of his vape stuff. So we went there. He got a discount on that. So that was kind of nice. My next spot was the Bath and Bodies because I found out that they were giving away free samples of their new laundry detergent, which comes out next month. So like freaking excited to check this out. But I mean, hey, like I said, it was a free sample, so that's $0 for me. Okay, so now since I got to go to Bath and Body, he got to go to Dunham's. So he went and did that. And then we went back to Bill's house, sat outside, got to enjoy some sunshine. Like I said, we were having a great day. Did have to stop at Giant Eagle again on the way back home. What was it? I wanted pickles. I needed pickles. And because I had leftover burgers, so I wanted pickles to go with that. And what was it? Pringles. Pringles were on sale. So again, not that bad in the whole grocery thing. I had what, 13 on this day, 10 on this one, so that's $23, 24 if you're rounding up. So I mean, for the whole week, if that's all I'm spending on groceries, I think we're kicking butt. Definitely since I spent 0 on the week before. So like I said, I finally got this whole grocery thing tightened up a little bit because it was getting really scary there in June with me spending 100 every freaking week. Yeah, I normally eat out or eat at McDonald's or something like that. I know probably not the healthiest lifestyle, but it works. It works for me at least. So that leads me to today. And yeah, like I said, this is why I was starting to hold off on not paying what I was charging to it, which was going really well during the work week. But I want to make sure that I have enough funds for the actual bills before I start paying off those mini purchases. I could always pay those off on this upcoming Friday when I get paid. Definitely since we have the additional 70 some dollars on our pays now. So, should I be watching how much I'm spending? Yes. But true, if you knew what I wanted to spend like at this time in the day, and I kept telling myself no, I want to spend because I'm angry. I saved myself like $3,000 by saying no. So I mean, these little type things here, excuse me. These little things right here, these are nothing compared to what I was wanting to purchase. I guess it would be this day, whenever I woke up on Friday. Okay, Friday would have been the day where I was just going to spend like crazy. So I'm pretty proud of myself for not doing that. But like I said, that leads us to today. Like I said, the funds are getting a little tight, okay, because we're heading into next week. This is the week like right before payday. So I did move this Discover here. I didn't get to discuss it on this one, but I did move it to down here to after this pay. Basically, I don't have a minimum payment due each month because I pay on it so much. So it does kind of help with that. So I just kind of slid this down here, but that 100 is still coming out for the month because, again, if you're not paying on it, it's not going down. What is it? I did get the extra payment in. I took care of that again with raised cleaning funds. So I did mark those on the Discover Detrus as well. But I have not marked down no cards yet because the day is not over. But as of right now, which is, what are we at, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I have yet to use a credit card today. So I mean, I'm thinking things are looking good. I'm pretty much all shopped out. I don't need to go anywhere else. So I mean, I'm thinking everything should be fine. And so that's where we're gonna leave this week's budget review. Um, Again, it does kind of feel a little weird, guys, sharing all of your purchases throughout the year with everybody. See, I went ahead and got these paid in too. But I mean, the real reason why I do this is, one, it's relaxing to me, because I get to review my week verbally to myself. But at the same time, I'm really hoping that somebody out there um, who's in a similar situation, such as myself, that you could actually get to see, like, hey, it's possible, it's doable. It does take a little bit of work and effort, but you can slowly claw yourself out of this. Okay, it does take a payment by payment by payment by payment, but the most important part of getting yourself out of debt is making those payments. And if your credit score was trashed, like mine was, if you keep slowly building at it, you will get better offers for balance transfers and that. And again, you move them over to save on the interest, and it helps motivate you to pay that account off. Because, like I said, like this guy's, he's due. He's not due until January, but like I said, like I kind of need to take care of this thing before that 0% expires. So, I think this is a good place to end off with. Again, I hope that you guys are really enjoying these budget reviews. They're definitely not like the other budget reviews that I'm sure that you're used to seeing. I try to keep mine more realistic. Just because it makes them a little bit more relatable. So I'm gonna close out by saying thank you so much for watching, guys. I do greatly appreciate it. And please remember to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more budget reviews.